Please be seated, everyone. Are you guys holding hands already?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Good. Baruchim habayim b'shem Adonai. Blessed are all who have come here in God's name. Ivdu et Adonai b'simcha bo lefanav birnana. Serve Adonai with joy. Come into God's presence with song. Mi adir al hakol, mi baruch al hakol, mi gadol al hakol. Hu yivarech chatan v'chala. Brian and Julia, how wonderful to be here at this moment. You've gathered friends and family to celebrate this special life moment with you. And I feel personally honored to be standing in this holy space. It's holy because the two of you are here. It's holy because from the moment you kissed for the first time, you've been inseparable. It's holy because whenever you're together, you create a light that is greater than the sum of each of you. This place is holy because of the joy you bring to one another. This space is holy because of the light that you bring to one another. You're standing beneath this chuppah, this wedding canopy. And it kind of makes sense this time of year because it reminds us of a sukkah. And we're here during the Jewish festival of Sukkot. And like a sukkah, a chuppah is a temporary structure. It's going to come down. But it represents the home. And there's an irony in this, because one would think that the symbol of the home would be sturdy, something that won't blow over in a storm, something that will be there forever. But it's not. The chuppah comes down. If wind comes, it's going to blow away. I think there's an important symbol on this, because if the chuppah were forever, then we would take it for granted. But the fact that every day you have to work to plant in the ground what you vow to one another, that you have to work every day toward making your marriage strong, that's what makes the chuppah real. That you don't take it for granted. That you take it upon yourselves to make your lives strong through one another. This became very apparent when you shared with each other, and I'm going to share a little bits of this with the community here, a little bit about why you loved each other. That love is the foundation of this chuppah. Julia wrote, "All my life I was searching for a life partner, someone who loves me for me, all quirks and craziness. Someone who gets me and understands me. Someone who's in tune with my thoughts and my beliefs. Someone smart. Someone who gets my jokes and who thinks I'm funny. Someone who in time of need takes care of me. This and so much more have you found through your beloved Brian." Brian shared about Julia, your warm touch and affection always make me feel loved by you. I love the way we laugh together and share a similar sense of humor. The way you take charge of a situation and don't back down from challenges. Remember that, okay? All right. That always impresses me. The way you try to make sure that I'm always well fed. Sorry, Rose. And you make me latkes that are delicious. Wasn't that your screen name when she met you? Latka lover or something like that?
Unfortunately, so.
For these reasons and so much more, Julia and Brian, your souls stood together at Mount Sinai. And when the presence of God was too great for each of your souls to bear, you held one another up in the same way that a chuppah is held up, by love and support and sacrifice and meaning. And so now today, as your souls are intertwined through the vows that you are going to offer, please know that you're not alone. You are surrounded by all these people who love you. We're your family, we're your community, and we are your support as well. There are a number of blessings that we're going to be offering today. We're going to begin with the Shehechianu. This is a blessing that thanks God for giving us life and sustaining us and enabling us to reach this time. For those who know it, I'm going to ask you to please sing the Hebrew with me. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Ah, 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 amen. Judaism teaches that a Kiddush cup that is filled with the fruit of the vine is a symbol of our souls overflowing with love. So, Julie, I'm going to ask you to hold on to this brand new Kiddush cup for the wedding, and we're going to offer the Borei Pri Hagafen together, thanking God for creating the fruit of the vine. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Borei Pri Hagafen. Everyone say L'chaim. Have a sip. And share some with your group. I'm going to ask for the rings to come forward. Brian, if you'll take Julia's ring. And I'm going to ask you to affirm these vows. Do promise to have and to hold, to love, honor, cherish, and deepen your connection to your beloved Julia's soul from this day forward.
I do.
I'm going to ask you to repeat these words, looking at your bride. Ani,
Ani,
ledodi,
Ledodi,
vidodi,
Vedodi,
li.
Li.
I belong to my beloved,
I belong to my beloved,
and my beloved belongs to me.
and my beloved belongs to me.
Place the ring. Julie, I'm going to ask you to affirm the same vows. Do you promise to have and to hold, to love, honor, cherish, and deepen your connection and commitment to your beloved Brian's soul from this day forward?
I do.
So repeating after me, looking at your husband-to-be. Ani,
Ani,
lidodi,
Vidodi,
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 li.
Li.
I belong to my beloved,
I belong to my beloved,
and my beloved belongs to me.
and my beloved belongs to me.
Please the ring. Just before our public ceremony here, we had a private ceremony where we signed the ketubah, which is the ancient scribal artwork, but placed into modern language. Every ketubah is a little bit different in both artwork as well as language. I'm going to come out there so you can all see the artwork that Brian and Julia chose, and then I'll read the ketubah. Sneak behind me here. באחד בשבת, ב-18 יום לחודש תשרי, שנת 5778, למניין כאן בלוס אנג'לס, קליפורניה, America. All right. On the first day of the week, the 18th day of the month of Tishrei in the year 5778, corresponding to the 7th day of October in the year 2017 here in Los Angeles, United States of America, in the presence of family and friends, the beloveds Brian Samuel Ross and Julia Simonovskaya, did I get that right? Okay, entered into the covenant of marriage. As we embark on life's journey, we promise to love, cherish, encourage, and inspire one another. Our hearts fuse together, creating a unique bond with friendship and compassion at its core. Through this union, we vow to value and support each other, always striving to show sensitivity to each other's needs. We shall nurture one another emotionally, spiritually, and intellectually, always mindful of our respective qualities and strengths. May we continue to grow together, maintaining the courage and determination to pursue our desired paths. We promise to celebrate life's joys with grace and overcome life's adversities with tenacity. May we maintain the intimacy that fosters trust, honesty, and communication. As life partners, we shall strive to build a home emanating love, peace, tolerance, and charity. Through each other's eyes, we see the world anew. May we be better together. All this is valid and binding. Amen and amen. Brian, I'm going to ask you to hold the Kiddush cup. We have now 7 blessings. They're called the Sheva Brachot in Hebrew. And these blessings, in a synopsis, they remind us that just as God created a couple in the Garden of Eden, and there was perfection in the Garden of Eden, we now have this couple here, Brian and Julia, and the two of you being here reminds us that we can have a taste of perfection in this world. But it doesn't stop there. The Sheva Brachot, the 7 blessings, also remind us that we've got to move beyond the chuppah, that we've got to take out into the world our own mission to make the world a little bit better. And the reminder that you're giving us that we can have perfection inspires us to go out there and make the world better through our tikkun olam, our acts of reparation. So every time I share a blessing, every time I finish one, I know some people can and some people can't see me very well. I'm going to sort of put my hand in the air, and that means I'm finished with the blessing, and your response will be Amen. So the first one's easy. It's the Borei Pri Hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Borei Pri Hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shakol bara lichvodo.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, yotzer ha'adam.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher yatzar et ha'adam betzalmo, betzelem demut tavnito, v'itkin lo mimenu binyan ade ad, Baruch atah Adonai yotzer ha'adam.
Amen.
Sos tasis v'tagel hakara b'kibutz baneha letocha b'simcha, Baruch atah Adonai mesameach Tzion bevaneha.
Amen.
Sameach tesamach re'im ahuvim, kasamechacha yitzircha began eden mikedem. Baruch atah Adonai mesameach chatan v'chala.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bara sason v'simcha, chatan v'chala, gila rina ditza v'chedva, ahava v'achava, shalom v'reyut. Mehera Adonai Eloheinu, Yeshema b'arei Yehuda u'v'chutzot Yerushalayim, kol sason v'kol simcha, kol chatan v'kol kala, kol sason v'kol simcha, kol chatan v'kol kala, kol metzorlot chatanim mechupatam, narim mishte neginatam, Baruch atah Adonai, v'sameach chatan im hakala. One last amen, everyone. Amen. Have a sip of the wine. your being here together creates goodness in the world. And while this is a union between Brian and Julia, it's really a union for every person who's here who has a special friend or partner. It's a union between us and God. It's a union between us and humanity. And so while you are creating your vows today, all of us are recreating our vows to be the best that we can. That reminder of today to go out and bring our souls into the world. I'm going to ask for the two of you, Brian and Julia, to close your eyes for a moment and to just allow the meaning of today to resonate. Now, still with your eyes closed, I want you to engage your senses. Taste the wine that was on your lips. Feel the ground beneath your feet and your hands in each other's hands. You can smell the fragrant flowers. You can hear reverberating the sounds of the instruments playing as you came in. And now look into each other's souls. You can open your eyes for that. Look into each other's souls. And also take a moment to look behind you and see everyone who's here. If you can do that with the talus, that all right? All right, you can turn back forward. This talus was from Brian's bar mitzvah. It was a gift that you bought from Grandpa Bernard. And it represents everyone who's in this space, who's giving you a big embrace. It represents people that you wanted to be here but just couldn't make it. And it represents those who have died, whose soul is shining upon you from their resting space, including Yevgeny Plotkin, Boda Simonovskaya, Ilya Simonovsky, May and Marty Ross, Shirley Plyler, and Bernard Feldman. May their memories guide you with goodness always, and this blessing comes from us all. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you and keep you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. May God's countenance smile upon you and be gracious unto you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God's countenance always be lifted upon you and grant you the most precious gift, the gift of peace, of shalom. Amen. We've got one final ritual, and that's the breaking of the glass. You all set, Brian?
I'm ready.
All right. There are many different explanations for the breaking of the glass, and I borrow mine from the mystics who teach us that when the world was created, a little small piece of God's divine essence was shattered into all different corners of the world. When a couple is like Brian and Julia is as lucky to find one another as they are, it's like two of those pieces, two of those shards of glass coming back together that originally fit together. But it's also a lesson that teaches us that there is a lot of brokenness in the world. and that you now spend your lives going out into the world and making it whole again, one piece of holy glass at a time. Ready? Okay, go for it. Mazel Tov! By the power invested in me by the state of California, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the groom and bride. Swimming Tov, and Mazel Tov, and Mazel Tov, and Swimming Tov, Swimming Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, and Swimming Tov, Swimming Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, and Swimming Tov. Yeah,